Hey everybody, this is Dan from Valar Morghulis. All men must die. Today we'll be doing their war recap. This will be a recap against Beantown number 1 and Up BR team. 146 was against Beantown, and this was right before Christmas, so details were not available when we're recording right now. It was kind of interesting. The matchmaking set us up against a Town Hall 11 that was completely gym to the max with 40 40 20. They had some crappy attacks. We brought the A the A team, and we just crushed them, man. 3-star the hell out of all their Town Hall 9s. Now, this one here against a BR team, they did not put up a lot of good stars on us, but I thought there was some good plays on their side, and I will commend them for that. They had some go wipes where they'd roll into the backside of our anti-3 bases, and then our offset queen compartments, they would bring like 4 to 6 dragons and just roll dragons in. So like they would go wipe one side because some people just can't get off the go wipe kick, and then just roll dragons on the other half of the base. And I thought that was actually pretty smart. That was pretty crafty. They actually 3-starred Cole and John with that, but Cole and John brought their own 3 stars. Our 6-star hitters for the war will be Destiny, Methodon, and Bo Derek. And our first one here, see Destiny cleared their 1 and 2. We'll actually look at their number 2 because I like this. I like this play. I think there's something to take away. There will be 4 lightnings and a quake. Now he's going to put down minions first here for cuts, and he's kind of watching the time. We want that queen to kind of hop outside of her pad. See how that actually works. We're going to use that later. Now he throws down 2 lightnings and he puts a quake right in the middle. See, it's a big base design flaw where you have 2 air defenses that were too close together. So with 2 lightnings and 1 quake, you still got 1 spell in the bag. He chooses to bring a poison here to handle the CC. Now with that queen hopping off that pad like that, that's not a good boundary for her. So she steps out of her wall protection, and she's either going to get gunned down by the archer queen or a wizard. It doesn't matter. The BK, he might step up, and he did. He actually took her down. So this here is what's going to be cool. So he got air defense down. So he has 3 lava hounds, 18 loons, and he's got a poison for the CC. So he's rolling no spells. And when you're rolling no spells, you want to get your loons on the board fast. Look at this. He ain't messing around. You just put him down. Just put him down. Just put him down. Once the lava hounds go in, they go in kind of slow. They pick up the initial like defense, so like archer towers stick to them, wizard towers stick to them, and then by the time the lava hound goes out of range, the loons will either be right there ready to drop or almost there ready to drop. So even though this guy has pretty decent sweepers that are going to really push him, he also screwed up in his base design where he had 4 Teslas, but they weren't all together. He actually should have had his air sweepers hanging out by his Teslas. That way they could push loons, and Teslas are hitting loons without any sort of spells, and then the lava hounds are off chilling over the top in air defense, not protecting the loons. That's what he should have done, but Destiny here, he's going to roll it. And I think this was a useful attack that could be done even on most anti-3 bases. I've seen a lot now where people are rolling 2 zaps and a quake and they're feeding dragons into bases now on anti-3 bases, but this is a good takeaway, is that 4 zaps, 1 quake, 2 air defenses close together, you can probably take it apart. This guy should have had his expos up, should have better Teslas, but it's going to be 3 stars. Welcome to Team Destiny, by the way. We're going to check out this one here from Cole. I would have shown this. I was thinking about not showing it, but I guess I'm going to show it because he always gives me shit if I don't show it. But we got a nice Dragonflower base here. For some reason, this guy here moved one of his air defenses like from the northeastern compartment on in to like more of a central. And then with this queen right next to that wall compartment, he's going to bring the answer. He's going to try to max attack Laloon. And a traditional max attack, you're looking for like 3 air defenses from the get-go. And but he's going to capitalize on this with trying to get down both the air sweepers on his press on in. Now with that rage and the heal spell there and the BK rage, all those little barbarians that feed out of the barbarian, level 20 barbarian has like a pretty good ability. I don't remember how many barbarians come out of there, but he can just whoop it down. And it gets even better when you get like maxed out heroes or 25 heroes, level 30 heroes. It gets even better. So we have 3 lava hounds. There are two air defenses on the board, and this is kind of why I don't really like Dragonflower, like to fight against Dragonflower that much, or any kind of bases where everything's like compartmentalized and super spread out, is because it's really hard to cover your loons and actually protect them. So right now, Expos are feeding into those Lava Hounds, and it's going to boom one pop and not retargets with that Wizard Tower. He's going to lose a considerable amount of loons there. Not all the loons did their job on the south side, so now he has to go cover that. But he still has one Lava Hound that'll move down. It has half health. Now his queen's gonna start getting fired here from the Expo. That's unfortunate, but he still has the queen's ability, and he's got a Lava Hound that's going in, picking up all the mines. It's gonna actually pop for us, and we have too many loons left on the board to make this attack fail, and he was still dropping fresh ones. So those ones here will do the 2-drop, and they'll pick up to kind of put a nice gap between his current mob and the actual, not the current mob, but the 2 loons that he dropped and the current mob that he has. And it's going to be 3 stars, man. Definitely a smart attack. So there you go, guys. You don't really need a max attack and knock out 3 air defenses, but it certainly does help. I was looking at this base, but my queen was on upgrade, and queen walk was also a good thought. Because if you can walk off at least one of those, like if I go to scout it. So the air defenses are kind of deep. I don't think you can queen walk this too effectively from like a straight on from the side right here. But if the queen ever passed like into this corner area right here, she's definitely gonna knock out this. Now you gotta watch out for the Expos shooting at her and all these cannons. I don't know, it's just a thought. Look, I'm just showing you the max attack on that base kind of works. You don't always have to get 3 air defense, but usually you do. This here was an immortal attack from John. He has BK on upgrade. Definitely the right attack. And what you're looking for here is to zap 4 times on the queen, direct on the queen, and also knock out an air defense. Now, on certain bases, you can just knock out the air sweepers and be okay. But you definitely want to try to knock out the an air defense. Now, another thing that makes the immortal attack, or the 4-zap queen, whatever you want to call it, Penalalu. If you want to make this thing work, you need to pull a dragon out of that CC, and if there's wizards in there and stuff, you got to pull it out. If you can't pull it out because it has like unlurable CC, or one that you need to commit like 4 or 5 hogs to, or something like that, it's just a real hassle. And this here is probably not the right attack. But what we're doing is we're looking at bases like, when is it the right attack? He also has 2 haste in the bag. Let's see how he deploys these, because the Teslas are in okay spots. The sweepers are actually going to put up a lot of frustration here when you're rolling pretty much a no spell entry. You want all the loons down, and you want them down fast. He's holding a few things in the bag, but that second haste was critical. It allowed his loons to pace very quickly along those Teslas. That quad Tesla area was doing high damage to his Lava Hounds. Now, this guy here didn't have his Expos facing up, but let's pretend that they were up. This base would still be rolled, and it would be rolled hard, ugly, destroyed. He brought 4 Lava Hounds. There's still 3 left. That's how hard he killed it. His queen's still up. That's how hard he killed it. So, definitely the right kind of attack for this kind of base. What are you looking for with the Immortal? Lurable CC. Pull it up. Destroy with your queen. And, you just apply the haste down as needed. There you go. Good attack strategy. Here we got one from God. From God. Old school anti-3 base. What we got here is a deep queen, and kind of an offset town hall to absorb, as well as you got the clan castle there and the DE storage. All this stuff there is made to absorb and just bunker this queen. The storage there with the Expo, you got to go deep, you got to go hard in the space. So this this funneling here is really effective. This guy does like made his base like so many compartments, and it's got so much stuff inside of it that there's not a lot of stuff outside of it. And he was able to cut that effectively to keep his queen from walking. He didn't want his queen to walk, but with the rage down, the queen's gonna get stuck on all this bunkered up defense crap. Is she shooting CC troops? Nah, dude. She's like hammering the expo and other crap. Why would let me go fight this wizard tower. Why fight this dragon? I hate this AI in this game sometimes, but that's how it is. That's what you gotta deal with, man. They pretty much shoot units as like a last resort. So here we go, man. Two air defenses, expos up. Sweepers point the same direction he's coming in at, so I don't know. I would have came in from the backside, but when you actually have spells for your approach, sweepers are nothing, man. They knock your loons for a second, but with raged and hasted loons, they're really gonna roll in there like it's a joke. Once one of those guys arrives, like they can pretty much one shot or maybe two shot. Even when those black expos, they don't one shot it. They like two or three shot. I forgot what the numbers were. The base is done, dude. So this is just gonna be a really nice 3-star. He would have had a 6-star war. I think he did a 99% on his second attack, but this was a really good hit. I think this was the first attack. Definitely the right attack. It's gonna be 3 stars. Alright, moving on, man. We got one here from George. Bringing the Valks. Now, anti-3 base, not max, decent heroes, definitely the right kind of war player. He brings it kind of packed in. Definitely a crappy base to hog. This here is interesting. George likes bringing the redheads. This here, I'm not seeing this enough, dude. So you got kind of a roundish base, and a roundish base is units just love to walk around it. So he brings in the golems here, 3 golems, not 1, not 2, 3 golems here for the approach. The wizards are actually going to help him knock out defenses. People don't like to think about that, but the wizards, because the defenses are all tied up on golems, are actually going to step up and knock out some defenses for us. So that's awesome. Now the quake in the middle really opened this thing up, and instead of bringing wall breakers, he just puts down Valks. The Valks are going to chop this wall open, and they're going to go in. Now, I think he meant to pull the CC earlier, because what's really crappy is all of his wizards and everything wandered off here to the south, so we have like nothing to attack that dragon. The Archer Queen, she had to hammer that wall because that's what she's good at. Start shooting random villains and crap. Why would she start fighting the dragon? No, just the wizard being a bro. That's it. Now the dragon's stuck on the BK. The BK is getting torn up. He only has 12 hogs. He's gonna stick to that plan. Now there's still 3 good bomb spots on the board, and all he has is 1 heal left. Throws down the 1 heal. 1 heal. Smart play by him to put down the heal spell right there, because it's gonna soak up that wizard tower. But he also had smart deployment, man. He didn't drop his loons in one bit, or not loons, but he didn't drop his hogs in one spot. He dropped them in 2 spots, so that way he would get a lucky break there. Was it lucky, or was it just smart pathing? I think it was smart pathing. He was only able to trip off 1 bomb at a time, and even if he would have like screwed it all up and not been able to, if he would have like nuked all of his hogs, this attack still would have 3-starred. With those golems there, the wizards and the Archer Queen, you pretty much just go weave the rest of the base and you'd be alright. Now he still had 2 Valks left on the board. That's awesome. So there was still enough weight. The hogs were just made to clear some of the back end, and I think the second haste was actually intended for the hogs on the back end, but with that dragon rolling in, he had to do something about it, so he put down the dragon. Or he put it down when the dragon started hitting his Valks. So smart play on there, and it also helped out his little barbarians and stuff. So it's gonna be 3 stars. Always like one here with the Valks. And here's one from JR. He was hanging out in the feeder for a little while, and he brought it on up. Now, I actually said, I'm going to scout this base for you. And I put a 99% on it. Using the wrong attack. This here's definitely a hog at base. The center compartment most likely has a DGB. And then I couldn't figure out what was going on with the wizard tower and the, next to these other 2 air defenses on the left and right of that center compartment. But I would have done like a double jump, go wee wee with a hogs on one side. But suicide drags, man, we were talking about this one, the strategy kick. Definitely the right approach here. It should get the CC lure, but I don't think it gets it. Um, you have so much freedom when you're hogging, man. Usually you can roll like 2 poisons. It's awesome. So he doesn't get the CC lure, unfortunately. But when I try to do suicide drags, mine went crazy and they went off sides. Nice wide funnel here. Gonna bring in we found out the double giant bomb shots. I hit it with an air attack, but we knew where they were at because we had Tesla pop. That BK, he's done for. So with the BK being dead, 20 hogs, and he's gonna run 2 golems like right up the middle of his base with a jump. And then he still has the rage, and I was sitting here thinking, God, why is he bringing the rage? The rage for the CC. He's just gonna, of course, why would the queen help out? Nah, queen's gonna wander. So he's leaving it to 2 wizards to knock out a dragon because we don't want that dragon still in the sky. Hogs go in from the right. I believe that was because his queen took a walk off the right. That's fine and all, but he's still being smart about his hog deployment. Still 6 in the bag. We knew where the skeletons were at, and we were going to pick them up right around the queen pad. There you go, double set. So boom, he gets the poison down. Unfortunately, I think the second poison was supposed to be for the CC, but once you start moving to hogs, it's really hard to like keep your attention span on 2 things at the same time because hogs need a lot of attention when they go in. You can't just like put them down. You gotta watch them a lot. You gotta watch them because sometimes they hit springs and you gotta reinforce. So it's like really intensive. But this base is done and he's on cleanup. Still had wizards in the bag for the sides. Still a smart play on that. Crushing anti-3 base. Boom. 3 stars. So alright, man, we had some really good attacks here. Destiny came on over. God came on over. Help from God. JR came back up from the feeder. We were just putting some good hits in. Man, we had some really good like 98, 99s, a whole bunch of 99s, unfortunately. Really good war, man. Alright, so it was a little bit of a break since from our last video, but everybody's been busy with the holidays. I'm actually going out of town for a week, so the next video will be up Wednesday-ish in January, first week. Alright guys, Dan, y'all take care.